Hello, my name is Father Dominic. I'm a Salesian of Don Bosco in the New Rochelle community. Currently, I'm serving as the vocation delegate or the director of vocations ministry. So today, we'd like to share with you a few thoughts on vocational discernment. And I'd like to use the 5 fingers as a way to summarize this approach to these vocation discernment steps. So first, the thumb and the index finger. Now some of you may have seen this. It's becoming more and more popular with the finger heart. So I'd like to use this finger heart formed by the 2 fingers to speak of the 2 hearts in vocational discernment. The heart of God and our heart, the heart of the discerner. Vocational discernment is really getting to know God who loves us. And if we know God who loves us, if we are convinced of the love of God, then vocation becomes the gift of God's love, the gift from God's heart to us. And then the second aspect of this heart, the human heart, the heart of the discerner, is how our heart guides us to interpret and put into practice the love of God in our lives. I would like to share with you a quote from that Brother Travis Gunther shared with me. The place God calls you to is the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. Another version of this has it this way. The place God calls you to is the place where the deep longing of your heart and the world's deep hunger meet. So it is in our heart that we hear God's voice, God's guidance, through our feelings, compassion for others, empathy, the hunger for justice, the desire to share the love of God with others, the desire to bring people to the Eucharist, etc. So that is why we speak of these 2 hearts in vocational discernment, God's heart and the heart of each one of us. And then I'd just like to go briefly through the other 3 fingers. The longest finger on most of our hands reminds us of the purpose of our life. In fact, it is the purpose that God has for each one of us, the call to holiness. St. Francis de Sales interpreted the words of Jesus calling us to be perfect as a Heavenly Father as what we now today call the universal call to holiness. And that is the gift of St. John Bosco. At the end of his life, the doctor said he had lived his life as if a candle being burned from both ends because of his dedication to the young people. So vocation has that aspect of commitment, of dedication. And the last is the small finger, the pinky. It reminds us that we encounter God in the ordinary moments of daily life. It is in the daily life we come to know God, God's will for us. Also on the practical level, that's where we live the dedication of our vocation. For young people, you do your studies, your work, your preparation for your vocation. And so even now we are living the will of God and preparing ourselves to live to the fullest of our vocation, the vocation to holiness. So there are the 5 fingers, the hearts of God and our hearts. The purpose of our life that God has given to us, called to holiness, to be saints. The dedication and the commitment of our vocation, and where we find God and the will of God each day. Good night.